Have you ever wondered why plant leaves transform from lush green to fiery yellows and browns? We are starting with a fun experiment to see if leaves hold hidden colors using a cool technique called paper chromatography. Now, paper chromatography is simply a technique that's used to separate different substances in a mixture due to their different rates of movement through a medium. So in this case, we are going to separate the different pigments that are present in a leaf. For our experiment, we are going to need 2 green leaves, a pair of scissors so that we can cut the leaves into small pieces, a paper towel which is going to work as our medium, a mortar and a pestle. We are going to pound the cut pieces of the leaf. We're also going to need a glass or any transparent beaker or cup. Then we are going to need a solvent. Now this is meant to dissolve the pigments in the leaf. This one is called isopropyl alcohol. Then finally, you'll need safety glasses so that you can avoid the alcohol from getting accidentally into your eyes. Now I have my safety glasses. Let me put them here so that I don't forget. The first things you need to do then here is to get your leaves. For this case, I'm using 2, but you can even use 3 or 4. The more the number of the leaves, the more clearer the colors actually come out. So what you do with the leaves, get them and then you remove the stalk away. So I just want the leaf. Even some of these veins may not really be needed. So I'm going to cut. I'm trying to cut away some of the veins that are really so big. I don't want it to interfere with our experiment. Okay. So I have this. Now this part I don't need. So I'm going to do the same for this leaf also. Let me cut away the stalk and the veins away. So now after this, I'm going to cut this into small pieces because what I want is the pigments inside this leaf. So I arrange them together and then I tend to fold them so that I can easily cut them easily. Now after this, yes, I'm now ready to cut. So now I'm going to get my mortar ready and then I cut this into small pieces, just like this. Now the more smaller the pieces are, the more easily will it be for the pigments to come out of the leaf. So also it makes your work of pounding, as we are going to do later, easier. Okay, so here we are done. We are done cutting our leaf into small pieces. Now the next step is we are going to get the solvent, which is isopropyl alcohol, and then now we pour it into the cut pieces inside the mortar. So now this is a time where you need to get protected, so have your glasses actually on. And then okay, so I'm just going to add some little into this. So then after this, now you have the pestle, and then we are going to do the grinding, pounding. Now you should do this carefully, don't try to do it hard. You just have to squeeze the leaves actually hard down. But as you can see, then there is some greenish color already coming. Okay, so as I told you earlier, our intention to grinding this is simply to extract the pigments inside the leaf so that we can have it dissolve in the alcohol. Then now it's the alcohol we are going to use. So we are going to leave this setup now to settle for a while, about 2 to 3 minutes, because we are going to use the pigment, the green pigment, in the next part of our experiment. The next step is we are going to get the juice and pour it into a glass beaker, just like this. So as you can see, here is our green pigment. It is green. So the next part of our experiment, we're going to get a medium. And as I told you earlier, our medium For this case, we are going to use a paper towel. But you can improvise this with any other material, like even tissue can actually work, or you can buy chromatography papers from the laboratories. It can also work. So we are going to cut this into a rectangular shape that can enter into our glass beaker containing the pigment. Okay, so I'm doing this because the idea is that the paper should just touch the pigment inside the beaker. So now, after having this, we are going to get, you can use anything. For this case, I'm using a piece of a skewer. It is or any wood would work. Anything that can hold your paper so that it doesn't enter into the pigment. So what I'm going to do, I'm simply going to wrap this around the piece of wood, and then I can use sellotape to just hold it firm so that it doesn't, maybe wind doesn't blow it and it falls into the pigment. Okay, so at least now I have my paper supported. So I'm going to slowly and gently lower it into the beaker. And there it is. So as I told you earlier, the paper should be able to touch the liquid, the pigment in the glass beaker. And you're going now to leave this setup for some time. It takes about between 3 to 6 hours. You'll be ready to see the results. So having waited for about 3 hours, you're going to realize that on the paper towel, there is a series of colors, as you can see. So the next thing now we do is to dry this paper towel. So to dry this, you're going to need another paper towel, and then you simply lie it flat on top, and this should take between 2 to 3 minutes. It will be ready for use. So after about 5 minutes, our chromatogram has dried. So as you can see, it has dried, and now we can see the colors. Look at that. We have revealed the yellow and brown pigments hiding within the green pigment. But why do leaves appear green most of the time? The answer to this lies in a special pigment called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a green pigment that captures sunlight and helps a plant make their own food. So, the green chlorophyll pigment color dominates the leaf show because it does a very important work of making food for the plant. But when days get shorter in a season, chlorophyll production slows down, giving other pigments like carotenoids and anthocyanins a chance to shine. Now, you should note that carotenoids are pigments responsible for the yellow color you see here, and then anthocyanins are pigments responsible for the brown color, or sometimes red in other fruits and leaves. And then chlorophyll is a pigment responsible for the green color you see. Fruits follow the same story. They contain the same pigments, chlorophyll, carotenoids, and anthocyanins. However, it's believed that plants use those pretty fruit colors to attract animals which eat their fruits and help them spread their seeds. So next time you bite into a juicy yellow mango, just know that it's not just delicious. It is a clever survival strategy. Another point to note is that not all plant leaves and fruits change their colors as we have described above. From green to yellow to to orange or red. Evergreen trees like pines keep their chlorophyll working all year round. So, in today's video, we have learned the names of the different pigments responsible for the different vibrant colors in leaves and fruits. We have also learned a technique called paper chromatography that helped us reveal the different colors that were hidden within the green color all along, waiting for their moment to shine. Thanks for joining me on this exploration of hidden colors. Keep curious, keep exploring, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Bye-bye.